All right, Section Monkeys, welcome back to SkyGene channel. Today we're doing a movie review for Dune Part 2. And yes, if you read the book, Part 1 and Part 2 of the movies split the first book. So if you take the first book, split that in half, that's what you get, the first two movies. I can't be the only one that whenever they have a worm in this movie, I think of Tremors every single time. That would have been a really nice cameo of Val and Earl snuck in somehow. I would have absolutely loved that.
You ever heard of anything like this before?
Oh, sure, Earl. Everybody knows about him. We just didn't tell you.
But honestly, this movie saved cinema because cinema lately has not been doing good at all. There's been, of course, few hidden gems, and with COVID a couple years ago, that really did not help at all. And this acting strike and the writer's strike, that was a good 6 months of like we're gonna be feeling it. So this year, we're gonna be definitely feeling the aftermath. And this is going to be one of the movies that's just going to stand out. There's a few hidden gems. You know, we got Deadpool and Wolverine, the Twisters, the Crow remake, which I don't know about that. A new Alien movie, Furiosa, Mad Max. Like, this could be heavy good gems, but I'm already guessing this movie is going to kill it in the Oscars next year. I mean, seriously, like, think about it. The last year or so, like, just in superhero movies alone, they're killing cinema in a bad way. Marvel, DC movies are not producing the way they have been. They are just losing money left and right, making people not want to go to the movie theaters. And then the Madam Web 2 weeks ago, like, come on, that movie was, I cannot believe that was put out there. I mean, like, Jeepers Creepers were born. That was absolutely terrible, and Madam Web is right behind it.
Is there a problem here, patron? This movie sucks eggs, so give me back my money.
But really, even for the future blockbusters, like people that are making blockbuster sci-fi movies are going to look to this movie, this trilogy, and be like, okay, this is the blueprint. This is how we're going to have to do it. And good luck, like catching up to this movie. It's going to be incredibly tough because Warner Brothers, they got the money to do it, but any other studios, like you don't have to put out a lot of money, like $400 million. With this being a sequel, it gives you everything you need for a sequel. The action scenes are so much bigger. The places they go in this world, you get a deeper knowledge of it. You just go deeper in this world. You just discover new places. The risk, the stakes, they're a lot higher. It's a lot better chess game to watch the first movie because in this one, it's a lot of, you got like 4 different sides to the story of people wanting power or want this, want that. And a lot of secrets, twists and turns, and the chess match is beautifully played. The pacing of this movie is well done. It starts out as a slow burn, just like the first movie. The first movie was really explaining a lot because you have to when you build a new world, new culture. You gotta do that. But with this movie, it's like there's not much explaining done, which is fantastically great because I don't need their explanation. I understand everything from the first movie. I have not even seen the book, so this was great. I can actually sit back, relax, and just enjoy the ride. And if I'm going to ride that sandworm, no. And the crazy part is, it still leaves room open for part 3 to be even better. Like, that's the crazy part because there was a lot. Like, yeah, there's good action scenes in this, but like you can have a bigger action scene and longer and more in the part 3, which I'm sure they're going to, but still, this movie blew me away when it came to the action scene. The CGI was incredibly tough to tell like what's real, what's not. Of course, there's no sandworms. Like, you understand that's not real, but it just, a lot of stuff flows together and mixes really great. The CGI and real stuff really blends in well. The natural chemistry between the actors is what really gels these movies together. I absolutely love the chemistry in these movies because you can really tell when no one had, like, look at Friday the 13th Part 7 with the lead chick, the one that can float stuff with her mind. Yeah, and that lead, like, that chemistry was off. Same with Part 3. You can just tell, but in this chemistry, it's perfect. I love it. Well, let's talk about that gladiator scene with that new character that's a psychotic that's played by Butler, which every time he was on screen, I was like totally glued. But man, that gladiator gave me because we have Gladiator 2 that comes out in November 22nd. So this just gave me that itch to go back to want to watch the original Gladiator and just get ready for Gladiator 2. Love the fight scenes in it. The very last one with that hand-to-hand combat was really done perfectly well, as in like sound effects, sound editing, because there was really nothing but just the ting 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 in the grunts, fist pounding. Love that shit. Love it. And of course, a blockbuster, you gotta have a twist and turn and leave on a cliffhanger, because this movie, yeah, even though it's a sequel and it's going to continue on to part 3, it still felt satisfying as an ending. It felt satisfying at the ending of the chapter, where it's like, okay, this is clearly the end of the chapter. We're about to get something bigger for the next one. But the twist, did not see that coming. Of course, I didn't read the book, but yeah, there's a twist at the end. I cannot believe he did that. Woo! I wonder how this is going to play out in part 3. And then, of course, there's another twist when it comes to Bloodline. And that was not too bad. I almost didn't catch it, though, at first, but I got it. The motivations for everybody it's explained really perfectly well. The Emperor, we know why he wants to do what he's doing. The Baron, we know he wants Dune. He wants the spices to himself. Duke, he wants his revenge on what happened to his family. And the Fremens, we know why they're protecting their homeland. It's their Earth. I would do exactly what all 4. I get what they're doing, and it's explained really well through these movies. Even when they're in the slow burn, they're having these conversations that are really like slow down, 2 people, but they're very engaging. They're very appealing, and I think that's what makes this 2 hours and 46-minute long movie really goes really quick. You're like, I almost looked at my phone. I'm like, dude, this movie's about over. It felt like it at all, because all these little moments in between the big action scenes are just nice, smooth in between conversations. Man, back to fighting. Also, like, I thought of Braveheart. Yeah, they're all like, love that. I'm a huge Braveheart guy. I really enjoy those sequels that take place like literally the moment after the first one. Like, it's not like the second, but it's like the same day that when the first movie ends, boom. So, and then of course it gets, timeline goes on and on, but I love how sequels do that. And that's what this movie did. It literally took place like the same day part 1 ended. Overall, I needed to watch this movie because, like, man, it's been a minute. I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was the last time I watched something in theater that was like, oh, this is a much needed. And this is a much needed sci-fi. Definitely probably going to go back here soon. Probably here in a couple of days to go check out again. It's just, there's so much to it. When I watched that first Dune movie, it literally took me like 4 times to watch it completely, 4 times, just to get everything, catch every little detail, soak it all in, because I didn't read the book. I haven't seen the original movie. I don't know if I want to, just by what I've been hearing, but, I just might have to. All right, Section Monkeys, well, Dune Part 2, and I'm sure Part 3 will be coming out probably not next year. Maybe next year, no. This was a good 3-year gap, of course, like I said, with the strike and all that stuff. I would say probably 2026. Hopefully, it would be the soonest we get part 3. All right, Section Monkeys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this movie and what do you guys thinking this trilogy is going to turn out. All right, hope you have a good day.